welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going over my Matchweek 22 Premier League predictions. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like as well as subscribe. Now I am aware that this video is coming out after these games were played for this match day. We're going to do the next match day in the same video. But I also am aware that I will give you my predictions for the games that happened that I pre-written, so I'm not cheating, I promise you. I'm not cheating on these predictions, I swear to God. The first one is Chelsea against Fulham. I had gone for the result being a 2-0 Chelsea victory and Enzo Fernandez goal on his debut, but it didn't happen. It was a 0-0 draw. So that one's kind of disappointing. Everton against Arsenal, I went 3-0 to the Gunners, but that didn't happen either, as you know. So I'm really disappointed in that one, that result. I wish I could have got that one right, but it didn't happen. Everton won 1-0, a shock result. No one's not coming. You didn't either, so stop it. Brighton against Bournemouth, I predicted 3-0 Brighton, and it was 1-0 Brighton. So there's a prediction point correct there, and I wish I had done a little better there, but I didn't. So 3-0 to 1-0, not that bad, not that great, but still better than great. Man United against Palace, I did say 4-1, it was 2-1. So another one where I'm off by 2 goals, but still got the winner right. That Casemiro red card did make it interesting, though. Brentford against Southampton, I went for a 2-0 Brentford win. This one was kind of obvious. Brentford are so good. Against the Southampton side, we're bottom of the league. So this one was kind of obvious for me. I went for the result being 2-0 Brentford. It was 3-0 Brentford. I'll take it. Wolves against Liverpool. Now, I went 2-2. I saw Liverpool's bad form coming into this one. Wasn't going to be able to do something against a motivated Wolves side under Julian Lopetegui, but it did happen. And Wolves won 3-0. So that says all of that. It just happened. I'm really surprised there by that result, though, and disappointed in Liverpool that they couldn't do something, even though I'm not a Liverpool fan. Aston Villa against Leicester, I went 2-4 was the scoreline. But my prediction was 2-0 Villa. I got the Villa scoring 2 goals right. I was just off by the opponent's goals by 4. Pretty bad, you know. So that was pretty bad there. But I'm looking to do better on my next prediction and see what I can do. We're going to be looking into the next one and seeing here what I can be doing. Can I get another one right? Let's see. All right, moving on to Newcastle against West Ham. I have gone for a 1-1 draw here. Just kidding. It wasn't a 1-1 draw. The scoreline was 1-1. But the prediction of mine was not 1-1. The prediction of mine was 4-0 Newcastle, sweeping aside West Ham, and it was a god-awful prediction there, because it was 1-1. I was off by many goals, okay? Nottingham Forest against Leeds. This one was really complex. I thought Leeds against Forest, the 23-year-ago derby of the two teams that used to be European powerhouses, and they're not anymore, but they could be soon. Nottingham Forest or Leeds. They have a chance to do it soon. Leeds are in a relegation dogfight. Forest are not anymore. And this one was looking different. I said that it would be 2-2 because both teams would be pretty motivated. It was 1-0 Forest. I know at the City Ground is where Forest play very well, but still, it didn't happen. I'm disappointed in myself there. Tottenham against Manchester City. I said 3-1 City. It was 1-0 Tottenham, even after a red card. It was really disappointing there that I couldn't get that one right. But that sucks, and it's not very good to get that one right. So in all, I'm pretty sure I got about 3 right. So that sucks pretty much. Really disappointing stuff there from me. All right, then moving on to the next match day. We have match day 23 Premier League predictions. And here, West Ham against Chelsea is interesting. London derby at the London Stadium. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm going to be saying, though, and I'm going to think hard. All right, it came up with my prediction. It's not going to be a very good one, probably, but I'm going to go for it. Chelsea 2, West Ham 1. I just see it happening. I see the Blues doing it. I just don't see a possible West Ham could do this. I don't see them doing it, and it's going to be unlikely for me, but I see a Chelsea win break out. Moving on to Fulham against Nottingham Forest. I'm going to go with the Nottingham Forest win, the team that's lower down in the table, picking up the W, getting that W, and I'm going to say quite comfortably 2-0 Forest. Fulham have been on etchy form lately, so I'm going to say 2-0 there. Leicester City against Tottenham. Tottenham are looking to close out the top 4 with Newcastle dropping points often, but we'll see what can happen here as Tottenham are 1 point behind 4th place Newcastle. So it's looking like it could happen, but probably won't because Newcastle will be so motivated for this. And I'm just going to go ahead and say Leicester City 3, Tottenham 3. Yeah, draw. Leicester played really well. And, fun fact, not so fun fact for Leicester fans. Defender Wout Faes has scored more goals for Liverpool than any other player on Liverpool. So he plays for another team. He scored more goals for any player on Liverpool than a player on Liverpool since the World Cup break. That's a crazy fact. But moving on to our next one, Arsenal against Brentford at the Emirates. This is going to be an interesting one as we're going to be seeing Arsenal just coming off a loss, 1-0 to Everton, playing a very informed Brentford side who have won 4 of their last 5 Premier League games and are not scared of the top 6. They have beaten Liverpool and Manchester City this season, both of them. And it's just incredible to see happening, both of them being beaten. A truly shocking result. But Brentford are just that team. They're just so good this season that anything is really happening. So it's truly amazing that this is happening, and it's just a sight to be seen, truly. All right, moving on to our score prediction here. I'm going to go Brentford 2, Arsenal 2. It's going to be really hard to see Brentford losing because they've been so good, and Arsenal coming off a loss, want to bounce back, but they're going to be not outclassed by a very good Brentford side, but a very good game put up by Brentford here, and that's why the score line is going to be Arsenal 2, Brentford 2. Just you watch. Now moving on to Selhurst Park as we have Crystal Palace against Brighton here. Palace not in form, Brighton very in form here, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to say that Crystal Palace are not going to win yet another game, and that the scoreline will be Brighton 3, Crystal Palace 1. I'm quite confident in this one. Southampton against Wolves, an absolutely massive game down at the bottom. Wolves only 2 points above the relegation zone, and Southampton sit bottom. But right now, looking at the standings, it's not looking possible that the Saints could make an escape here because Southampton, a win would take them to the top of the relegation zone. So they can't make it out of the drop zone by winning. But they can't get to 18th. Now the pressure might be lighting up under Nathan Jones a little bit. He hasn't done well so far in the games he's been in charge, except in the Cups. In the Cups, he's been very good. So I think that this game is going to be quite comfortably 3-0 Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club. Bournemouth against Newcastle is our next game, and I see Newcastle getting back to winning ways here on this one. I'm going to say that the scoreline will be 2-0 Newcastle. I just frankly don't see it happening for Bournemouth. I don't see how they can make this comeback and do everything here. So I'm going to say Bournemouth will lose this game 2-0. Leeds United against Manchester United as we move on to the Sunday games here. And I just see this being a game at Ellen Road. So, Leeds' 12th man, as they say, the fans, will make a difference. Just like Forest at the City Ground. It'll be a big game here. So, I'm not sure what's going to happen, But come to think of it, it's going to be very tough. And I'm just going to go ahead and say Leeds with a draw against United last time on Wednesday. They're playing them yet again. And I'm just going to go ahead and yes, I'm going to say United will get the comeback this time. 3-2, Manchester United. Moving on next, it's an absolutely massive game. Manchester City against Aston Villa. And Manchester City, if they drop points here, there are no chance of them winning the league. There's zero chance. With the situation they're on, a video will come out on that tomorrow, though, with the financial charges. Not going to spoil it, really. But it's really bad right now, and so something could happen to Manchester United City. Not winning the title. Again, they better win the Champions League then. Champions of Europe would be even better for them than champions of England. But, I mean, you think about the fact that it's just going to be ridiculous to see Manchester City not win the Premier League. And with the situation they're in, the video will come out tomorrow, they're going to have to win this game. 3-1 Manchester City. The first time they played at the Etihad since they last played at the Etihad when the final day of last year where they played Villa. And it was a 3-2 amazing comeback. All right, then moving on to our final result, we will go on to Liverpool against Everton, the Merseyside derby at Anfield. So this one, I don't feel confident at Liverpool, and I'm probably pretty confident at Everton's side right now, coming off a win against the league leaders when they were tied for bottom and Arsenal was top. So that's second bottom beating top, essentially bottom beating top because they were on the same amount of points. You know what? The Merseyside derby hasn't had a Toffees win in a while, but I'm going to go for it and throw it in here. Liverpool 1, Everton 2. You heard it. Everton are winning at Anfield. It is happening. All right, then moving on to our game on Wednesday, match day 12, Arsenal against Man City. They played the FA Cup not too long ago. This is where Man City is going to get the win. I feel confident saying that. 1-0 Man City, just like in the Cup. It'll be a tight game, but it's going to happen. 1-0 to Man City. All right, then, that wraps up last week's and this week's episode of Premier League Predictions. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button as well as subscribe. Before I sign off, I see something you haven't liked yet. Oh, now you have. I can sign off now. Goodbye, and I'll catch you all another time for another video, which will be tomorrow on the Manchester City and Super League situation. Stay tuned. See ya.